Yeah, what's up, Jay? What's the update, Jay? How did the weekend go? We're gonna have a little shiny hunt news talk. We got some radar action. You know the vibe. All right, I think I'm ready. Hope everybody's been having a good Wednesday. Um, if you didn't pop into the stream on the weekend, how did the weekend go? What did everybody think of the weekend event? Was it good? Was it not good? What could be improved? We're gonna do our little daily instance, a little bit of shiny hunt, then we're gonna have raid hour here. Let me know if the audio video is okay. Let me know if the audio video is okay. Um, let's see. What do I have to claim? Just claim this. Last day of the season, folks. Can you believe that? 117? Not it. Brutal swing T-tar. New moves. That's so true. People are looking forward to the new moves. Um, yeah, I think there's a lot to go over for this next season, and everybody can kind of throw their input. Oh no, is that the only thing you got from the next season? Oh, you're only looking forward to Brutal Swing T-Tar. Also, notice how they gave you Brutal Swing T-Tar after Shadow Mewtwo's are gone. I thought that was kind of funny. Um, but yeah, we can go over the moves. We can go over the moves first. A lot of new stuff. A lot of new stuff for GBO or maybe just regular move sets if people are just trying to find better stuff to raid with. Um, T-Tar Brutal Swing is one of the top things that people were looking at because T-Tars are mainly more useful for like legendary raids. For some reason, it just feels like there's a lot of flying and psychic legendaries, and so with the Brutal Swing being a thing, imagine Bite Tyranitar's and Brutal Swing. That's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be so nasty. I didn't see much else to be excited about personally. Um, yeah, as far as charge move wise, for PVE or like just raids, I think those are the main ones. Oh, Earth Power by Heatran. Yeah, I think the moveset rework. Oh, come on, shiny. Oh man, I still don't have this shiny. I think the moveset rework was mainly for GBL purposes. I know the GBL side of the moveset rework is very exciting because there's just gonna be tons of new metas. Hopefully, ideally, the 5K egg pool has fossils. Looks terrible. I think I looked over the 2K. There was a non-baby from the 2Ks, which is weird. Why did they do that? I forgot what it was, but it was like something really random. Like the 2K pool is mainly babies, and then this like really random non-baby. All right, any of these shiny shadow eligible? Oh no, are we lagging? Game's a little laggy. Alright, is this the one and only starter? Oh! Shiny shadow alert. Shiny shadow alert. Shiny shadow alert. Any shiny luck in the chat? This is potential second shiny Charmander for me. Any potential, any potential. Here we go. Lucky enough to find a shiny shadow eligible grunt out here today. Oh, I need to get out of this matchup quick. Please get out of here. All right, I'm gonna throw a surf here to kind of distract them and waste time so I can possibly jump out. Oh, not enough time. Not gonna be enough time. Oh, okay, I lied. Just barely snuck it through. Made that switch. Saved the Kyogre. We don't want whale carcasses everywhere. All right, any shiny shadow luck, please. Hopefully the stream is still working. I'm not even sure at this point. Please. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. 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 Nothing. Can't be that lucky. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, how about shiny turtle? Nope. We're still good? Okay. Do we know what oh, PCG spawn if you need it. Do we know what the random hatch you can get from the 2K? I forgot. Let me see if I can pull it up. I might have been able to post it in my Discord. Exclamation mark Discord if you want to see some of the event details. Staryu. Yo, Jay, did you see Staryu is hatching out of 2Ks? Why is Staryu hatching out of 2Ks amongst all the babies? I don't understand that one right there. Make it make sense. Wait. Is it AR? I have to do AR or what? Okay. What did it say? Oh yeah, I already caught it. Okay. Sorry. I thought there was a notification that would show up. Okay, we're gonna go over all this season, the hidden gems details here. Let me just clear this part here. We're about to do our daily instance as well. So give me a moment. Give me a moment here. A little nice marini. I hope it doesn't rain, by the way. Okay, super effective. We can catch 7. Catch 7 is the Magikarp still, I guess. Alright, thank you, Dialga. Oh. Hello? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's get our daily instance started. Once we get done with our daily instance, roughly is when we're going to be seeing where all of the Regigigas raids are happening. Dun, 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 dun. And there is a distance Regigigas if anybody needs it. Alright, first thing first, obviously, if you haven't seen the trailer for the Hidden Gems, go check it out. They did a pretty good job of hyping it up, like usual. I think their marketing team is really genius. They always have really good trailers and really good like hype up campaigns, basically. Speaking of the campaigns, I thought it was very interesting that they had a campaign on Twitter where if a certain tweet got a certain amount of retweets or quoted tweets, basically it was 150,000 for like just promoting their Shadow Mewtwo event. And I thought it was really interesting that it was perfectly timed. They either have the data and predicted that they would exactly, achieve this goal of theirs right on the day that Shadow Mewtwo was going to get introduced in Australia. So the timing of it is very interesting. Not only did they just get to the 150,000 mark right when Australia and New Zealand started theirs, but they set the challenge long enough to where it was like a perfectly calculated maneuver. Who knows if these campaigns and contests are always a guaranteed win, but I don't think we've ever lost one of these little contests or like campaigns, especially on Twitter. And I guarantee we've never lost a challenge in game when they have those like global challenges. We've never lost that. I know that for sure. Hey, what's up, Sawyer? Sawyer, how was the weekend? Were you able to get out and about and do some Shadow Mewtwo's? How'd you end up? Water's treacherous. I'm looking for the male one for the Magikarp. The female one does not give you the Magikarp. Is this a Snivy nest? Actually, I'm not sure. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a Snivy nest for some reason. Hey, Jay says, Azelf, Nihilego, and Heatran are easy raids, which are nice. You mean for the upcoming season? Yeah, I think Nihilego is the one that most people are going to be interested in because it's going to be probably a shiny when it comes back. It's going to be like the second or third time it's come back. So I'm highly anticipating that that's going to be shiny eligible. What do we think? We think Nihilego is going to be shiny eligible? Sawyer says, good. Yeah, I didn't do any Mewtwo's. You did 4 Regigigas. You mean... Oh, the current one. The current one. Well, today is the last day for anybody that needs Regigigas. Today is the absolute last day, last raid hour before not only the new season, but they're going to be gone tomorrow, 10 a.m. local time. So if anybody is interested in any Regigigas, we are going to host them for anybody else who needs them. So just FYI. Oh, another side note. Check out the timing of these raid boxes. Notice raid hours. I've noticed raid hours, they promoted these raid boxes. Look at this raid box here. Not bad. What do we think about this box here? You get a start piece, 2 remote passes for 300 coins. You got a raid box, 3 premium, and 2 lucky eggs. That is always popping up right during raid hours. There is something I would advise though, is If you are wanting to get a bigger box, I think when the next season starts, I saw that there's going to be another rated box that contains 3 premium, 3 remotes, and like some incense for 650 Pokecoins. So depending on which kind of deal you want, either tonight or tomorrow, be on the lookout for that. Because I think for tonight we're not going to be able to get that other raid box. Yo, Sawyer, when did you start playing? I'm gonna highly advise you to start. Um, Try to plan or try to figure out where your local community is. That might be a next project of mine where I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do it, but kind of explain how to find your local community if you don't know how. Because I I've had a lot of information relayed recently just from this weekend. I think part of what's happening right now is, number one, maybe people don't know how to find the community. Number two, maybe people are unaware of other resources to use to find your community. Or number three, maybe you truly don't have a community, but you don't know until you're at unless you try, right? One of the things that happened this weekend, I said this earlier this weekend, but for those of you who missed it, I'm not in my hometown. I'm in the Houston area, and I wanted to see how to find a community when I just don't know anybody. I literally didn't know many people here, and I wanted to see if I could find a community. Now I do gotta say, this is a big city, so it was a bit easier to find. But I think what I experienced and what I did could translate to other people. You just have to try all resources. So I will be explaining that process probably after this daily instance, so I don't miss any steps. But I think it'll be at least something interesting to talk about, kind of like what I did, because I ended up finding a group, but it wasn't because I just randomly showed up. I did do some legwork, and I was already looking for local communities before Shadow Mewtwo's got announced. Like I just like finding out what the local community, or what they do, or like how they play. And I think that'll be kind of useful. Whether you actually use it or not, that's another story. But I'm just not sure if people know how to go about finding a local community, because even Niantic said that they want local communities to determine and organize themselves. They don't want to be the ones setting up everything. And I think that's where the disconnect, number one, is. And number two, I think people just don't know how to. Now, granted, like I said again, it is a bigger city that I'm in right now, so it is easier to just find a group. But I think the process of what I went through is probably valuable still. And who knows? Maybe people actually had Campfire become useful. But I don't think you should only rely on Campfire. Campfire, it made it seem like a lot of people thought that that was like the only solution to find groups, which I can see how they might think that, because that's the only resource that is really connected to Pokemon Go. And I think that that was a huge mistake that Niantic or just the lack of communication on like using other resources. I feel like a lot of people ended up just trying to show up to a random raid at a random time and expected a bunch of people to show up. And because of how Shadow Mewtwo's were spread out, that strategy would only work really well in like major cities. There's no way. And even in major cities, there were raids that I did this weekend here that barely had anybody, because maybe the raid train left. So I'm gonna at least go over like what I did, just to give people an idea. Every community is different, but I think the key is at least try to find your community, because from this weekend alone, I think a lot of people didn't realize all the interest or even the people around. Because I know I was looking at my Campfire, and there were spots that people were flaring up, that I had no idea people were around. Not that I was able to get over there, but it was basically used as a alert system. Jay says, my community chats are dead. I'm not going to go out looking for new people to add to a dead chat. Well, if your dead chat is the way you want it to be, then it's not going to change. If you want to have your chat to come out live, somebody's got to make a move. It's been almost 3 years of remote raids. I think that is the sentiment across the board. Is most local chats, if you weren't actively using them, are dead. That's probably true. I know that is the feeling across the board. Sawyer says, you're level 34. You started in November 2022. Okay, so Sawyer, all you've known is remote raids, right? You don't know about a time when you had to do raids in person only. I feel like, Sawyer, if your goal is to get some of these shadows done, or if you are interested in trying to find your local community, you got to start now. Get a head start now, and you can look. Just type in. If you use Discord, you can type in a Discord, your local, your whatever area you're at. The second step is you can look through Facebook. Third step, you can look through Campfire. Actually, if you look through Campfire, if your community has established some kind of group already, it will actually show up on the map. And what you can do from there is join the group, ask in the group if there's another way of communicating, and go from there. Just start taking leads into potential groups, because it's gotta start somewhere. Somebody's gotta make the move to get the group going. That's the key. Is Niantic is not gonna be the one making all these moves, and Niantic actually seems like they want people to actually organize within their own groups. They don't want to actually be the only ones, because it's clear to me that these shadow rays are gonna be number one every month at least. There's gonna be a new shadow probably, and then they're gonna be in person only, so that you can potentially find more of your local community. That's the feeling I got from it. And then a second thought on it is, I feel like shadow raids have made shiny hundos a viable thing, or like something achievable now, right? Because if you didn't know, it's more likely you're able to purify a shadow into the shundo through the shadows. So if you're happening to go crazy and you want a shundo dex, shadows could be the way. If not, I feel like shadows are another way people can get a hundo dex, if that's what you want to do. I know not everybody wants to, but I think that's just another layer that Niantic is giving players an option to. And on top of that, making them in person potentially helps you meet or find more of your local community. Also, another thing I want to relay is, I hope people can understand how Niantic is going to draw out this game. I think we've even touched on this in the past. Is they're just going to make different forms and make it a different kind of collection. If you really want to think about it, Shadow Raids is just replacing the 2017 to 2019 raids where you have to do them in person. And then Shadow Raids are like kind of, oh cool, you get an extra little bonus that you could potentially purify to get the 100%, but also you have to do them in person. So basically they just replaced shadows with like the early kinds of raids, and now regular raids are like the hybrid, right? That's the way I see it. And then they're just gonna keep breaking all of these collection challenges into different kinds of forms. Maybe one day there's like V-Star, maybe there's like a V-Max, all this other kinds of stuff through the cards. And that's how they're gonna keep pushing it. So if you truly cannot get to any of these raids, it's almost guaranteed that they're gonna come back either through a different form, or they're just gonna come back eventually. We know this. And the fact that they're gonna make different kind of forms, I feel like that's how they're gonna keep the game quote unquote forever. If you didn't know, they view the game as a forever game, and they want to and how they're going to do that is they're going to just keep pushing all these different kinds of forms and make it seem like that's like the collection. Sawyer says, my friend and I are trying to get a group together. Nice. Okay. It's got to start somewhere. You two could be the change that you want to see. So it starts with you two, but how are you gonna try to get a group? Also, in 8 minutes we'll see hopefully all these gyms with Regigigas. I mean, there is one over there. Hold on, let me see. Okay. All right. Jay says, exactly. I did it 3 years ago, there was no one who took the torch to keep it going. I'm not gonna start over. I wouldn't say it's necessary in starting over, Jay. Maybe just touch base on the people already in the group. Number one, that's like the easiest way. One other resource that you can use to help you find more people. Sawyer, I'm curious. When you were looking around this weekend, was there anybody that lit up any flares around? If you saw people flaring them up, but you just weren't able to go, what you can deduct from that is like there's at least other players around. It's just a matter of like how do you find these players, because that's the key. I think there are players around. It's just a matter of like how do you connect with them. What's up, Tex Cav? I think one thing that people are kind of unaware of is let's say you're in a gym and you notice that somebody's in like a bunch of the gyms around you. So like just for example, let's just say Recman 50 or Recman 503 here happens to be in a bunch of these local gyms. Well, then they're probably around. And did you know you can actually search up people's in-game names on Campfire and request a friend request? Now, you can't communicate with them until they accept your friend request, but that is another way. That is another way to try to get in touch with people. Let me take a buddy picture real quick. All right, what is snapshot of your buddy reward? Oh, giraffe ray. I have this shiny. Can I get another one? Oh, a large one. All right, we'll catch this just because it's huge. Text Cat is break at work. Very nice, very nice. Sawyer says how? Well, if you have Campfire, you can go in friend request and you can search for usernames. So that's definitely another way if you are interested in trying to find more people. You have to, I think it's like a plus friend button or something like that. Now, like I said, they have to accept your friend request. So if they're not even like looking at Campfire, of course you're not going to be able to communicate with them. But at least you're trying to reach out. These are not a end all be all way to find the community. This is just another resource. And then if all else fails, whether you don't find people in the Facebook group, Discord, or even whatever messenger group, um, you can always make your own group and put up a lore party on a certain day. Whether it's community day, that's probably the best time to do it. Maybe during the next Shadow Mewtwo raid, put up lures to show that you're around, and then maybe that's how you'll get people to come by. And then try to look for people that might be playing. Because I feel like Niantic wants to provide tools, but they don't want to tell you how to, organize groups or even tell you how to do things because they want somebody to do it. If that makes sense. It's kind of like even before Campfire, you needed a some kind of community leader. This is in 2017 to 2019, by the way. You needed a community leader to kind of organize events or even organize raids because otherwise it was just chaotic. This is from 2017 2019. Even then you needed somebody to kind of organize. Okay, in 1 minute, I expect all of these to have Regigigas. If you are interested in Regigigas, one last time before the season ends, please join in the queue. Exclamation mark join with your in-game name. If you need to get my friend code, exclamation mark code. There's a new loading screen. Oh, new loading screen? Is it already live? PCG Dugong if you need it. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Give me a new loading screen. Oh, love that. Yo. That is... Oh no. Mic check. Did we disconnect? Are we back? If it's a little wonky right now, just refresh. I don't know why it just disconnected like that. Let's see if this works. You can go ahead and just refresh it if it's kind of wonky right now. Wait, did everybody see the loading screen or do I need to reload it? Should we reload the loading screen? So here it says, do you have the masterwork research which granted research? I think so. I don't have it finished, but I have it. I'm stuck on 10 best buddies. That's the shiny Jirachi one, right? The good thing about those special research, Sawyer, is there's no time limit. You can literally finish it whenever you want. So there's no rush. All right, we got that. Okay. 4 Regigigas right next to us. If anybody needs an early one, let us know. But we're gonna at least have 4 here that we can finish. Once again, I want to point out they do have a raid box that is interesting. You get 2 remote passes and a star piece for 300. It's okay. It is a discount. Here's a raid box for 3 premium passes and 2 lucky eggs. But I earlier said, yo, clutch. I appreciate the 8 months right there. I do want to say that I did see, as soon as the new season starts, there's going to be a new raid box that's going to have 3 remote passes and 3 premium passes and some kind of other items. I think it's 2 incense for 650 coins. So if that's the deal you want, just wait. Yo, Hauser. Yo, what's happening, Hauser? Big shout out to Hauser. Can we give a shout out to Hauser? How you doing? Yo, Hauser. What you been up to? Hauser Wowzer is here. Give us all your, what is that, Dorito? And everything will be cool ranch. Yo, is that your slogan? Is that your slogan, Hauser? I like it. Raiding and running, going to the gym, my dude. Okay, have a great time at the gym. Appreciate the raid. Appreciate the raid. Good luck. Yo, well, if anybody from Hauser Stream is into Pokemon Go, we do have a bunch of Regigigas happening in roughly 10 minutes. Every Wednesday, there is a raid boss hour, basically from 6 to 7 local time. You're gonna have a bunch of raid bosses. I can invite people up to 5 times. So if anybody's still looking for this dude right here, you need to friend my account. ! Code is the first step. So friend my code, and then you'll have to join in the queue so I know who to invite. If anybody is just coming in from Hauser Stream and you would like to tell me what his favorite or his best part of the last stream was, educate us. Sawyer says, I did my math and it will take 50 days to get a best buddy if I get at least 6 hearts. Yeah, well, best buddies is not something that you can get easily done. It definitely takes a lot of work, and it's kind of just like I don't know. Personally, I don't think the reward is worth it, but because they're making us go for the research right here. Where is it? Yeah, this right here, 10 best buddies. I'm gonna have to slowly work on the 10 best buddies, but yeah, it's not supposed to be something that you can complete easy. That's why they give you, that's why they let you complete it at any given time. So we were kind of talking about the new season. Did everybody already look at the new season? Is anybody going to be interested in Shadow Articuno? Anybody going to be trying to go for Shadow Articuno? I really view these shadow raids as a way to help people maybe complete their Hondo decks, because the way that they're setting it up, it really feels like they're trying to help you get 100% or even stuff that you want to power up. And in order to power things up past level 40, you need to have these XLs. So you can kind of see what they're trying to push, right? They're trying to push some Hondos, a high IV shiny that you're more willing to invest XL candies in, right? And I personally think it works. Looking at the way that they're setting up the shadows and the fact that you can purify it to potentially get the 100%. Not everybody's gonna do it, but the people that are, that gives them something else to do, and it just adds on to the collection grind that the game is. Does anybody else feel like shadows are just another way to help people get 100% so that they can invest their XL candies into? That's the vibe I'm getting, because if you didn't know, to get a 100% shadow, just 100% straight up is 1 in 1,000, right? But because that you can purify it to potentially get 100% with a 13, you know, it makes it that much easier to potentially get. I think a shadow 100% is a 1 in 1,000, and then a shiny shadow 100% was 1 in 20,000. But once again, because you could potentially purify it, it's not always good to purify it, right? Because shadows are naturally better than regulars. But if you care about 100% decks, you know, that could be something that you do to get the 100%, and then you can start investing into maybe a level 50 100% regular, whatever legendary that they drop. TechScap says they are not that hard, but I do a lot of walking at work. I would say the best buddies are not hard for sure, but for all you do, it's and the amount of time that it takes to get the best buddy, it just didn't seem worth it to me. Even for a GVO purpose, it was like barely any CP boost. Look at the stickers. There's new stickers already? Is it this? Oh, these. Oh, that's kind of cool. Blastoise, Squirtle, Clamperl, Ladybug, and Deerling. Which one of those does everybody like? Has anybody ever purchased stickers? Wow. They went ahead and updated everything, huh? I've noticed Squirtle and Blastoise showing up a lot. Does that mean Squirtle or Blastoise is going to have some kind of significance soon? Is Mega Blastoise going to be something important or something? It's going to be a calm day? Oh, it's going to be the Community Classic Day? That's interesting. I kind of would be down for that, only because I think I still need the 100% Squirtle. No, I don't. I already have the 100% Squirtle. Never mind. I just need the XLs, so I would need about 50 more XLs. So the only reason I will welcome the Squirtle Community Classic is for the XL. Did they already confirm it? They already confirmed that it was going to be a classic? I didn't hear about that one. Oh, and another part of the news, we have Axew already introduced. Who's going to be interested in the Axew? I think the shiny Axew is going to be pretty dope. I kind of went for it during the Go Fest, but I happened to get the 100%. Look at this. 100%. I am ready and ready for the special move and the community day. I don't have the shiny. Wasn't lucky enough to get it from the raids. But I know some people already have it. When did they announce? When did they announce that it was Squirtle? Because I saw that they announced the dates. I saw that they announced the dates for the community, and they announced Axew. All right, this is the first one that's gonna pop around here. Twitter, text says, you see my answer to you in Twitter. Yeah, I think you said you already had. You had the 100%, right? Level 50. What a monster! What a monster! Do I even have a level? Do I have enough XLs for level 50? No. I wouldn't even have enough for a level 50 even if I wanted. So I personally need Community Day actually for the XL and the shiny. Seems like everything got leaked. We think it actually got leaked, or it was on purpose. It's kind of interesting that Niantic conveniently leaked, quote unquote, leaked all of the raid bosses except for specific dates. I personally think it was on purpose, but I could be wrong. Text Guide is ready to go. It's Best Buddy as well, where I got most of the XL. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've been waiting. So I got that 100% Axew in 2020. So I've been waiting for the Axew Community Day and the special move for 3 years. Okay, somebody's here. Somebody's here trying to take down this gym. Is anybody in the chat interested in any... Oh! What do we think this is going to be? Please give me something good. Shiny! Oh my gosh. 12Ks for a Squirtle? You kidding? That was a recent egg too. That's whack. That's whack-a-mole. Also, another thing that we want to mention is notice the season bonus for this hidden gem season. There's a bunch of trade XL candies you can get. You could do extra trade throughout the season. So it really seems that they're trying to push people to use their XLs and to obtain XLs so they can potentially max out, you know, their legendaries or their 100%. So I feel like there's something that's going to be pretty significant to where they're going to want us to invest our XLs into these whatever legendaries or maybe 100%, whatever. Okay. Could anybody in the chat who is interested in the Regigigas let me know if you're down? I think there's going to be a group that's going to jump in at Hatch. If anybody else is trying to do the Regigigas, let us know. So the next raid boss is a Zelf, right? For the America. Da da dum bum dum bum dum dum ba da bum 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 bum. I'm gonna jump in once I get a little bit closer because all the gyms are kind of like spread out. All right. Let's see who we can get in. Da da dum bum bum bum. Da da dum bum bum bum. Okay. There's somebody here. Dum bum bum bum. We'll just help this group take it down. Personally, I don't need them anymore, but because some other people still need them, we'll go ahead and help them out. I guess does everybody already have the shiny Regigigas? Ugh. Da da dum bum bum bum. Man, there's a lot of people who still don't have this Regigigas, considering it's the second week. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Also, I think this weekend, also the other part of the news, there was so much news that got dumped in the last couple of days. It's gonna be hard to go all over, but I think it's this Saturday. There's gonna be a research day, basically focused around finding shiny gold Pokemon. So that'd be kind of interesting because the side bonus is you could potentially get Gimme Gold candy, or sorry, Gimme Gold coins from Pokestops. If anybody has like the coin bag or whatever and wants the golden lure things this weekend, I think that'll be a great opportunity to try to find your local community. Have like a golden lure party right when there's a research day. Dun dun. Texcav, you already got 3 shiny Regigigas. Sheesh! I think I ended up with 2. I got 2 shiny ones. I don't really need any more, but you know, maybe somebody out here needs it. All right, boom. Can we get some shiny luck? Any shiny luck in the chat? I don't know if the audio video is okay again. But let's see. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh! Just kidding. Hold. 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 Oh gosh. Hold. No shining. Oh, what's the weather boost? What is the weather boost? Yo, what's happening, Earth? Can we get Earth a little shout out? Earth, did you get the shiny again? Also, for those of you that we didn't see over the weekend, how did everybody do? How did everybody do this weekend for Shadow Mewtwo's? Did everybody get the Shadow Mewtwo? Shiny? What did you think of it? Okay, got him. Whoop. Terrible. Terrible. Yo, what's happening, HC? HC, you're still trying to steal our shinies? Earth is 0 for 2. Only one I won was a dog crap IV. Oh man, really? At least you got 2. That's kind of nice. 0 for 34, Jay. No shot. Are you kidding? 0 for 34? Over 5 text cab. Earth says nah, not for this one. I already have it shiny, so I'm not too torn. Okay, makes sense. Oh, finally we get the male water treacherous. This is the Magikarp we wanted. So did everybody have a good Shadow Mewtwo experience or no? Like, aside from not getting the shiny, was it actually a good experience? Also, Earth, even if the Mewtwo IVs are really bad, it's actually still better than a 100% regular Mewtwo. So, even though the IVs were really bad, you technically have a better, even a 666 Shadow Mewtwo is actually better than 100% Mewtwo. So, at least you were able to get it, and that's the most important thing. Okay, let's get into the next one. Perfect timing. HC, did you want this invite? Jay says after doing 80 plus Tapu Finis with no shiny either, I'm not happy. Ooh. Jay's running into a little dry spell here. That is actually really unfortunate that your dry spell had to be on Mewtwo, Jay. Dang. Well, I tell you what, I guarantee Shadow Mewtwo is coming back. That's a guarantee. But I'm sure you know that by now. I mean, it just goes to show you, everybody's gonna have a really bad drought. I mean, that's just how probability works. Sawyer says, my friend and I did a normal special trade. I gave them a Groudon and I got a Latios, and it was lucky. Talk about super lucky right there. I think there's only like a 5%. There's a 5% chance a regular trade turns into a lucky. You literally hit the 5% lottery. Okay, PCG Wish Cash if you need it. I feel like people are pretty mixed feelings about these shadow raids, huh? Nobody said anything about the shadow raids. Maybe a little bit more time. I think there's adjustments that they need to do with the shadow raids. Maybe keep it more of a raid day format instead of just having them pop up randomly everywhere. I think that'll be cool. But overall, I actually think the shadow raids is just another way to help you get the 100% of the regular version, and then once you get that, you have more of a incentive to use your XLs and to get the XLs. I think that's what's really happening. So when the Lake Guardians are on to be based on region, yeah, all the lake trios are gonna be in your specific region. So Azelf is gonna be in the U.S. All right, here we go again. Any shiny shadow luck? Anybody? Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. 30. Okay, these are weather boosted at least. Hey, how's it going, Jen? Jen, you still need the shiny Regigigas? We got some available. Hello, princess. I see you friended the code. I can get you on the next one, princess. Please join in the queue after you friended my account. ! Join with your in-game name. ! Join with your in-game name. We do have a mini group right now. And we're kind of talking about the Shadow Mewtwo this weekend. How did everybody do? Did you enjoy it? I think people are kind of mixed feelings about it right now because I think they didn't know what to expect, and I think the fact that all of the raids were kind of spread out everywhere was kind of a disappointment because it was definitely harder to get a bunch of them in. But if you care about the 100%, I think it is an easier way and it's a good way to help people get 100% legendaries slightly easier. And the shadow raids are actually pretty easy to beat. Shadow raids are actually pretty easy to beat. The fact that they're shadows, you just got to get those purified gems. Did anybody figure out the purified gem strategy? And the strategy being once the Shadow Mewtwo was enraged, you basically had to just um, use a bunch of purified gems. If you use a bunch of purified gems to get it subdued, it was much easier and faster to take down the Shadow. And I showed it. I showed it on stream. All you needed was probably 3 or 4 people, honestly. As long as you had the purified gems, you had enough purified gems to subdue it. Also, Princess, did you already friend my account? Berlin, can you join in the queue, please? Exclamation mark join. Exclamation mark join with your in-game name. Exclamation mark join with your in-game name. Oh no, this is the bad connection area. Earth? Yeah, you basically stop attacking and you just feed gems until it's subdued, and it's so much faster. No one used purified gems the first day. That was the problem with the first day and the fact I wasn't with my local group. Oh no, Earth. Well, now you know. Now you know. Now you know how to take them down, and now you know for Shadow Articuno how to take them down. I think even with Shadow Articuno and any shadows, you're just going to need 3 or 4 people. Okay. Let's get these invites started. HC and Jen. Princess, isn't your name Berlin? I don't see a Prithia. Oh, did you change your name? Princess, did you know you changed your name recently and it is showing up as Berlin? It's showing as Berlin on my side. Did you change your name recently, Princess? Yeah, Articuno has a double weakness, so it could be dueled probably. So you probably only need 2 people for Shadow Articuno, to be totally honest. If we're gonna be totally honest. Okay. Yeah, it is delayed. It is delayed. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure I see Berlin as the friend request, but you're typing in Prithia. Alright, glad that you got in. This should be an easy clap. Ah, you changed your name a week ago. I cannot believe it takes that long to show up. Alright, good luck to everybody. How was the Shadow Mewtwo for you, Princess? So yeah, I think there was a lot of uncertainty this weekend. Not only the fact that people didn't know about the purified gems, when to use it, how to use it, but also, you know, how to like really coordinate in-person stuff. This is like kind of the first real big event that people kind of experienced only in-person rating. If you didn't know already from this past week, it's much more efficient to, you know, get a organized group, or I don't know, depending on your area. If you have a bunch of gyms around, I guess you can kind of like walk to all the different gyms. But if your city doesn't have a ton of gyms around, it seemed like people were already establishing groups, either through the car or walking around. I think that part was entirely up to the local community. And so since we already know Shadow Articuno is going to be a thing, it's a good opportunity to get a head start on trying to find your group for next weekend. If you didn't know, they announced that June 10th is the next Shadow event. So good luck on that. Here we go. Any shiny shadow or any shiny luck in the chat here. This is for a Shundo Regigigas. We do have another one that we're going to get to. But let's check this one first. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. 30. Okay, 3098. It's the best one I've seen. I don't think this is 100%. Yo, Princess got the shiny. That's what happens here, Princess. We give out shinies. We give out shinies. Ask the chat. AC knows, Clutch knows, Jen knows, TextCav knows, Jay knows. I don't remember if Sawyer got a shiny from me yet, but in due time. Ooh, I almost got a perfect. 3104 is the 100%. So yeah, we try to host raid hours here on the channel, regardless if we need it or not. Sometimes the community needs. Look at that, Nadia. We almost had a Shundo check, chat. What is Niantic doing to me? Why they gotta do that? Why they gotta do that to me? Huh? Just rip it. Give me the hundo. HC says finding groups was really the difficulty for me. People just aren't really getting out there still. Yo, HC, did you organize a group beforehand, or were you just trying to show up? Because I don't think if your environment doesn't have a bunch of gyms around where you can kind of just walk around, like a New York City or like a Sydney, it was definitely more advisable to set up a group because of how the raids were distributed. They're basically just everywhere, right? They're just like very, very spotty. And if they do the same format next week, you'll need to get a group, a designated group beforehand. Why is this not where it's supposed to be? Hello? Earth says same thing they doing to us, being a tease. I know. Okay, finally. All right. I'm gonna clear the queue. Give me a second here. We got another one. Another one. All right, I cleared the queue. Anybody else want this Regigigas? Earth says the best thing you can do is join a global raid group on Discord, Messenger. You'd be surprised how many locals are around. Well, I would say try to find, yeah, some kind of messaging group, either Messenger, Facebook, Discord, and even through Campfire. And then within each of those groups, you can ask how people coordinate. Because that's exactly what I did. If you didn't know, right now I'm not in my hometown, so like I had no idea where the groups were. So I looked up, number one, a Facebook group for this area, and I found one. And through there, I was able to see that people were going to show up at a specific spot. I didn't even use Campfire. I ended up using Facebook to help me find a group. And when I got to the location, I didn't even follow the Facebook group. I actually followed a separate raid train. So it's kind of fast paced, and it's definitely if you're not like, I guess, experienced with in-person raiding, it is kind of more difficult. Also, Pokemon Go 2222, can you add me? Exclamation mark code. Exclamation mark code. It's much easier if you add me. Exclamation mark code, everybody. That's my friend code. I do have a couple more Regigigas around, so let us know if you want to join in. HC says Campfire was no help with their banned messages every time you try to organize. Okay, I'm not familiar with that part of it. I don't know why were they banning messages? IC says, have you still got those Pokemon saved back for lucky trades? Hold on. IC? Do I know you? What do you mean lucky trades? I don't have any Pokemon named man like Jesus. You got the wrong person. Look at this. You got the wrong person. I don't have any Pokemon saved like that. Pokemon Go says, where am I from? I'm from San Antonio, Texas. All right. Walking Dead, can you join in the queue? Exclamation mark join with your in-game name, Walking Dead. Princess says, I'm going to go get dinner, thanks. Have a good night. Hey, Princess, thanks for coming by. Good job on getting your shiny. One and done. That's how easy. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. Everybody here is helping out. You're helping out some trainers here. Your username is Hot Pikachu? Nah. That's my OnlyFans account. We can't stream that here. You got the wrong account, my friend. Da 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 da. Okay, let's get this one for this group. Shout out to Jin, Epic, 22 Sweet, and DG. They're the group. Those are the people that need this raid. You are helping them get it. Okay, while we are getting this one situated, type in 1 if you want another Regigigas. Type in 1 if you want another Regigigas. No, I did not rename any. I just showed you. I just showed you. I don't have anything renamed man-like. Besides, how are we gonna trade? Are you in Texas? Sawyer says you used to live in Kingsville. Oh, okay. Are you still in? Are you still in Texas? I think. I think people might have interest on another one. I'm not exactly sure, but if we do, we can do one more. We got lucky. We got lucky here. I would say last week when Reggie Gigas was here, all the rays were kind of being blocked by shadows. Today, it was kind of more as I anticipated. But you know what else is going to be interesting going forward? The interesting going forward is when they start allowing shadow raids to simultaneously spawn with regular raids. Is that going to interfere more with like these raid hour raids where if a certain raid is blocked, it's going to prevent that featured Pokemon to spawn? So I'm curious. I like that the shadow raids are going to be available with the regular raids, but that just means there's more chance that raids are going to be taken up by something other than a 5-star raid during raid hour. Right? Sawyer moved to North Dakota. Well, I hope you moved there for a good reason. Because I can assume there's not a lot going on there. Here we go. Any shiny luck in the chat? They gave me a 98 earlier. Will they give me a Shundo? Let's just give me the Shundo. We don't have to do these Regigigas ever again. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! No Shundo. We did get the shiny. Shout out to Sawyer for getting that shiny like I see you. Okay. Don't need the shiny. But we take it. Weather boosted. It is not the 100% though, right? 3104. 3104 is the hundo, I think. Let's see. Yeah, this one, not the hundo. Hey, thank you for that follow there, Soy. How you doing? We're giving out some shinies here if anybody else is interested in them. We had a couple people interested in another Regigigas, so we are more than happy to host another one. Also, there is a Mega Altaria if people would rather do that. Type in the chat, would you rather have a Mega Altaria or Regigigas? And if you're interested in joining, !code is the friend code. And I need you to join in the queue. Everybody join in the queue. Everybody go ahead and join in the queue if you want another one. The Pokemon community in North Dakota is kind of bad. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know your entire playing environment, Sawyer. But it does sound like it's gonna require a little bit more legwork for you to get your local community. The good news, Sawyer, is you probably only need 4 people for any particular raid. So if you can somehow get your friend and 2 other people, you'll always have enough. You'll always have enough to take down these raids, whether it's regular legendary or shadows. So if you happen to be by like a university, Sawyer, I would kind of check out your local university, because I'm assuming people are either there in North Dakota for university or some kind of aviation program, or for the military or something. And that's probably my advice, is see if anybody from the university is playing, happen to be playing, try to connect with them somehow, and go from there. All right, we got HC, we got Jen in the queue. I know for my next Shadow Articuno, I'm already trying to find a better spot to kind of go find groups. Depending on how they situate it, if they still set the raids to be spawning really randomly, I feel like I have to go near downtown. So like depending on how your local area plays, if you prefer like walking from raid to raid, usually like the downtown area is probably where you want to go. And then if you want to kind of car raid, you're gonna have to get your organized group going beforehand. So that's my advice. All right, are we ready for the next one? I think this is our last one, right? This is number 5, I think. I think it's number 5. Yeah, it's number 4 at least. Da, 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 da. Is anybody gonna get this bundle? Look at this bundle. But I think there's a better bundle if you can wait tomorrow, but it's gonna give you 3. It's gonna give you 3 remote passes and 3 premium passes. So you need to make space so you can get 3 remotes. HC, are you ready? You might get it. Do you have any remotes right now? By the way, has anybody gotten a remote pass from the research? I still have not. I still haven't even seen a no remote and no premium pass from the research. And it's been like 2 months. Like, it just doesn't happen. Okay, hold on, let me check. Alright, it looks like all the in-person raiders have left. We can go to this one here. Okay, Gen HC. Got you. Last call. Anybody else? Anybody else need a shiny Regigigas? We are giving them out hot. So you got 2 in a row one time. Can't relate. Jen got 1 a few weeks ago. See, I haven't even seen 1. I haven't even had that opportunity. Like, if I had a chance to get the remote, it would have given me a premium pass. But I didn't even get that. I haven't had that happen to me. All right. I don't know who's in, but shout out to whoever was able to get in. There's actually a lot of people still trying to get this Regigigas. Holy. How do we have 10 people in here? All right. Well, good luck. You have plenty of firepower. I'm going to go ahead and organize my bag. PCG Marowak if you need it. Okay, so the next event we should be looking forward to, if you didn't know already, is going to be this weekend on Saturday. Once again, it's a research day. Is it research day? Hold on. Is it research day? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what it's called exactly, but basically there's going to be a bunch of Pokemon that could be shiny in the gold form, and they're trying to like tie it in with the Gimme Goal, where potentially some of the Pokestops will turn into gold Pokestops, and you can potentially get Gimme Gold coins. So that would be me. I need 750 more Gimme Gold coins. That's going to be a brutal grind there. I have my one and only Gimme Gold that I found because somebody had a lure party going on almost a month ago. So if anything, I'll probably be out for a little bit for that, just for a chance to get the coins. Or yeah, just the coins, but who knows how often the coins are going to be dropping. Earth says, yeah, I'll admit Radiant Person felt weird to do again, but also felt interesting in a good way. Earth says gold stops will be more frequent without the use of golden lures. Yeah, ideally they'll be popping up more, but you know Niantic. They'll say stuff and it's actually not even that common. So, you know, if it happens, it happens. Okay. Do I need any shinies for Saturday? Probably not. I think what I'm gonna try to do is either go to a park or maybe just look on local groups and see where people are gonna go and see if I can meet more of the local community and try to see where they're gonna go for like next weekend. I think these events potentially is another great opportunity to try to connect and try to find more of the local community. All shinies that are gold will be available that day. The event chart says there's an event called Dark Flames. Anyone know what it is? Dark Flames? That is one of those mystery events where it's supposed to be a Dark and Fire event, I think. That's just going to be speculation. I think people are anticipating either Mega Sableye or I don't know, some kind of fire type. They'll probably announce it when it gets closer. Kind of like what they've done in the past. How did that raid go? Anybody get the shiny? Might be a rocket event. I think the rocket event is definitely going to happen again. There's no way they're gonna drop all these shadow events and not have the ability to remove frustration out more frequently. Also, I actually forgot to check. Did the Mewtwo's only know frustration? Okay, they did. So yeah, they 100% need to have a rocket takeover event more frequently now because of all these shadows. Also, to Earth's point, when he said that raiding in person felt weird, but it was interesting. I think that was just like the introduction. You know, everything has to start somewhere. Like I was saying earlier, I think a lot of people were kind of new to the concept of in-person raiding, and this was like the true first chance they've kind of experienced it before. And if you hadn't experienced it before, you just had no idea. You don't know how to organize it. You don't know how to coordinate. You don't know what to expect. Sometimes people go at a different pace. You don't know about the pacing. So hopefully, last weekend was a learning experience for people. Maybe they can try again next weekend to get the groups going. But I don't know. Is Shadow Articuno going to be something people are interested in doing? You know? I guess the shiny version will be out. But I don't know. I don't anticipate people going as crazy for the shiny Shadow Articuno like Mewtwo. Because Mewtwo is like the best of the best. It's one of the best generalists. I can understand people going for that. Articuno is like even I didn't really go hard at Articunos. I don't think I have 100% Articuno. Yeah, I don't have 100% Articuno. So like I guess that would be like my incentive if I cared. Like, that's not even 100%. Dun dun. Jen and HC, did y'all take it down? Everything turned out okay? Are we still on? I can't even tell. Oh, yo. Did y'all want another try? Also, if anybody new here is trying to help us get to 2,600 followers, consider dropping a little follow. We like to do a little bit of everything here. I don't know our exact number, but consider dropping a little follow if you want to join particular raids or join us on special events. We got shiny hunts, daily incense. We got just a great community here. So exclamation mark Discord if you want to join that. Okay, looks like Jen and HC would be interested in another one. Let's go to this one. All right. Let's get one more out for everybody. If anybody else is interested in this, last call. Okay. First wave of invites sent. Okay. And for those of you just coming in, did everybody see the Hidden Gems next season details? That's posted in the Discord as well. Exclamation mark Discord if you want to see all those details. If you didn't know, they're going to let you do an extra trade every day next season. They're really trying to push these XLs. When you do a trade, you will get an XL. Dun dun dum bump 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 bump. They did quote unquote leak their plans for the raids going out for the rest of the season. The next raid boss in the Americas is gonna be a Zelf. I'm not entirely sure how many people want a Zelf. But technically, you could, get all the Lake Trios if you use your remotes. So, I guess there's that. I think I still need... I got the shiny Zelf, 3 of them. How did I get 3 of them, actually? Okay, I need Mesprit and Uxie. Yeah. Anybody in the chat in the Asia or Europe region? Anybody in the chat in the Europe or Asia region? Those are gonna be... I think I just have 1? Oh no, I have 5 of them. And I have 2 Uxies. Yeah, those I never win for the shinies. Jay says hopefully they rotate the bosses one day. I don't think they will. I bet they'll show up in GoFest. I think I've said this story before. I remember one time we were at GoFest, and I think the Lake Trios had just been introduced. And this is a time when there was no remotes. I believe this was 2018 GoFest. It was in Chicago, and I think that's when the Lake Trio first got introduced. So they were relatively new, and nobody could get the other regions unless you traded. And like GoFest was like a good place to do it. I remember somebody dropped 1 million Stardust just to get the Uxie. So like somebody had the Uxie, and then my friend had a Zelf, and at the time that was the only way to do it. And it would cost 1 million because nobody would ever have it in their decks, right? So it was a true dex entry. And they weren't like best friends or anything, so they dropped 1 million Stardust just to get it into the decks. Granted, back then, that was the only way to do it. Should I do a Zelf or a Heatran? Heatran is more useful. A Zelf is rare. Sawyer, what do you mean either or? You're not going to be able to do either of them? Or both of them? I don't think I've ever dropped a million Stardust for any kind of trade. Has anybody ever dropped an, or if you could, what would you drop a million Stardust to trade for? I don't I don't even know what I would, maybe like a, maybe for some kind of rare shiny. Shiny Kyogre you would drop a million Stardust for? Sheesh! PCG Salamence. Well, Sawyer, Kyogre is 100% going to come back. 100%. I wouldn't trade for the shiny Kyogre like without at least rating for it once. I don't know when it's gonna come back, but it's definitely gonna come back. Wait, okay. I thought that rocket was glitched. I would remote for regional dex entry, but that's about it. Yeah, remoting the regional is basically what we did for the Mesprit and Uxie. You would trade for a shiny Pika Libre? Dang! I wonder what they would want back. So here it says, I do have them not shiny. Oh, okay. Okay, so you already tried to get the... You already had one round of Kyogre raids. Well, if you want to drop the million Stardust, I mean... Alright. Anybody need like a Altaria? Because that is the end of raid hour. Good job on everybody who got their raids in today. I think there's at least 2 or 3 people who got the shiny. Who knows if the other people that showed up got the shiny. Jen will do any. Let's see here. So I have, there's a late Regigigas, and then there's this Altaria that's gonna despawn in like 5 minutes. Da da dum 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 dum. HC, were you trying to do another one? Jay, you don't have a Discord? How come you don't have a Discord, Jay? That could be another way to find more people. Jen doesn't even have an Altaria? Really? How you don't have a Mega Altaria? HC is down for the Reggie. Okay. Okay. So there's only going to be a late one. I only can invite you to that late one. Let's see how many people we can get. All right. If anybody else needs it, please join in the queue. We're going to try to send out this one right here. Da da bum 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 bum. All right, see you later, Sawyer. We'll see everybody. Da, da, da. All right. Sending out invites. Okay, got it one to Jen. Da 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 bump bump bump. Oh, HC, you already did your 5. You already did your 5, HC. All right. We got people in here, but I have no idea who's in. Did everybody get in? I can't even see who's in. If you didn't, please let me know in the chat. Oh gosh. The new season has made it laggy. Welp. I can't invite anymore. This is what you call new season lag. All right, I'm gonna stay in here and help because I have no idea who's in. How come this is still like how come this is still like a issue? Uxie lag? Is it just Uxie? Yeah, I guess APEC is only available right now, right? Yep. 100% Uxie lag. Yo, what's up, gamer? HC. Yeah, you got your 5 for the day. Thanks for coming by, and I'm sure you got some good. Gamer, you missed a raid hour. Have you been participating in any of the events, gamer? Yeah, it has been a while. How you been? You been okay? What you been up to? And Sonny coming back in. Sonny, I was so happy to hear that you were actually able to get more Shadow Mewtwo's. That was so cool to see that you got the shiny. You did 5 raids and you get the shiny. That was amazing. That was actually what made my night. I was hoping you would get, at least 1. But it looked like you got how many did you get? Like 3 more? 4 more? But I remember you got the shiny. So huge congrats to Sonny on getting back out there, probably with like 2 hours left on the clock, and clutching up a shiny Shadow Mewtwo. How insane is that? What about you, gamer? Did you end up going for any Shadow Mewtwo's? Did everybody already see the new season news? We've been talking about it. Oh, you got 4 more. That's pretty good. 4. You got 4 more done within the last 2 hours, Sonny. Did you end up meeting more people at the church, or did you just take it down with your brothers? Sonny says, nope, what's coming? Well, if you want to look into it more in detail, check out the Discord, !Discord. It's posted under the event announcements. But some of the things that you can look forward to is going to be Shadow Articuno. You got Exos for trading. You're going to be able to do an extra special trade every day. But let's check this shiny. Any shiny luck in the chat? Can we get some shiny luck? Shiny luck, shiny luck. Do we need any more? Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. 3104 is the 100%. Nothing. We did get a shiny. We did get a shiny from this raid hour. Gamer says I did Shadow Mewtwo, did like 10 or 12 and only got 1 3-star. Well, the good news is any Shadow Mewtwo is better than 100% regular Mewtwo. Did you know that, gamer? So technically you got some top tier generalist in your storage. The difference between 100% Shadow Mewtwo and like a 666 is probably like 5%. Oh, look at this one. 15, 15, 10. Yikes. So even though it's a 3-star, even though it's a 3-star Mewtwo Shadow, that's still pretty good. Like, yeah, sure, we all want it 100%, and that's like, you know, really cool to look at. But any Shadow Mewtwo that you got this weekend is still better. Even a 666 is still better than 100% regular Mewtwo. Sonny says, you and your brother and 1 other dude. So you took it down with 3? That is cool. Well done, Sonny. Congrats. Congrats on getting that. Now you know. Oh, 4 people. Oh, 4 people. Well, then now you have your own little mini group. Hopefully you can grow that group for next weekend. Next weekend will be Shiny Shadow Articuno potential, if you didn't know. I was hoping for a Shiny Shadow 100%, but I'm okay with the 1-star Shiny. Yeah, the 1-star Shiny, believe it or not, is still better than the 100% Mewtwo. I mean, everybody wanted the 100% Shiny Shadow. Did anybody know of anybody who got a 100% Shiny Shadow? The only person that I saw that got the 100% Shiny Shadow was the YouTuber Billy, I think the Trainer Club. I cannot believe he actually got the 100% Shiny Shadow. That is a 1 in 20,000 chance. Huge, huge. Congrats to them. I mean, that's just like the near impossible. But like I said, even 100% 100% Shadow Mewtwo versus a, I don't know, like a 666 Shadow is only like a 5% difference in damage output. Yo, what's up, Ashton? Gamer says, I mean, I'm happy I at least got a 3-star. Yeah, I know. 3-star is good. We had a little bit of a predicament. Um, we did get our shiny, but where's my? So yeah, this is the one of the better 3-stars that I got here. Potential. I'm not gonna do it, but potential if I purify, this is 100%. This is a 93-15 attack. If I'm gonna purify something, it's either gonna be for the purified dex, or to get a purified hundo dex. But this is probably my worst one. I literally got the second worst Shadow Mewtwo in the game. 676. So a little bit of everything. Sonny says he had so much people raiding with him. But it's not about the amount of people, remember? You could definitely take it down with 3 or 4 people. We definitely demonstrated that. And I think people should be prepared for that going in the future. So many YouTubers got the hundo? Really? They got the shadow hundo, Jay, or the purified hundo? Jay said he got the shundo the next day too. Oh, wait a second. I did hear about that. Billy got the shundo Shadow Mewtwo and the hundo? That is insane luck. Sonny says put it in the channel points. 20k to purify it? 20k? It's got to be more than 20k to purify that. I'm purifying. If you're saying 20k channel points to purify this is literally top 1% Shadow Mewtwo's in the game. I mean, 20k is a lot, but I would think this is worth more than 20k channel points to purify. This is literally my best Shadow, and is a top probably 0.5% Shadow Mewtwo. Ashton said you did 0 Shadow Mewtwo raids? What happened? You did 0? Why? Shadow Shundo? Yeah, Billy got a 100% Shadow Shiny Mewtwo. Gamer says my friend who was raiding with me got the Hundo Shadow and 2 shinies. Must be nice. I was only lucky enough to get the shiny. I never got the Shadow Hundo, but I did get the purifiable Hundo. 50k? Yeah, 50k is considerable amounts, but I don't know. Pro Planty got the hundo? No shot. And Brandon Ton's girlfriend? Oh. Okay. Some people got the luck on their hands. I have this 100% Mewtwo regular that I'm using for GBL. So I had the 100% already. So, Sonny and Gamer, Ashton, are you thinking of doing Shadow Articunos? Any Shadow Articuno? So yeah, we just got done with our last Regigigas raid hour. We're kind of just going over the news. We're kind of going over some of the things to look forward to, kind of gauging everybody's experience with the shadow raids. Remember, shadow raids are going to be a thing every weekend going forward, starting next weekend, and those can only be done in person on the weekend. So technically, there's going to be a Pokemon event every single week. Every single week. Simultaneous with like the regular raid boss. So it's going to be kind of crazy. It's going to be insane, actually. Sonny says, "Not really. You're not gonna go. You're not gonna go for the Shadow Articunos." If the randoms show up, I'll run it. If they don't, I'm not. Well, I think once again, it's gonna require some planning, Sonny. You're gonna have to like find or connect with other locals, because I still don't think people know how to organize groups for these kind of raids. I think if you were discouraged from this weekend, you probably didn't meet anybody. And if you did find a group this weekend, maybe you weren't able to get their information because maybe you were car raiding or something. But my advice, if you're trying to do the Shadow Articunos next weekend, excuse me, definitely try to connect with some kind of group. Ashton says, I feel like if I already have it, why go crazy for more? I know there's hundos and shundos, but still I'm not crazy about go crazy for them like I used to. Yeah, that's another way to think about it, because essentially, in my mind, these shadow raids are just a way for you to get a higher chance, a higher probability to get 100%. If not 100%, you get a high 3-star legendary. And like for people who've been playing a while, the only addition to these shadow legendaries is the shiny version. So unless it's useful for like GBL, right? If you've been playing for a while, you probably have most of the stuff that's going to be coming out in the shadows. So we can probably anticipate all the legendary birds being shadow released this season with Mewtwo. So Shadow Mewtwo, Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos, right? So I think those are going to be something to expect. Gamer says, yeah, I'm thinking of doing Shadow Articuno. I would like Shadow Zapdos to be a thing in the future. Oh, 100% is going to be a thing in the future. If they're going to release Shadow Mewtwo, Shadow Shiny Mewtwo, you can bet that Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos are next. Sonny says, I lost so much Pokemon when I was doing Mewtwo, like 17 Pokemon for one raid. Well, you better get better counters. You better get better counters, Sonny. You have 2 weeks to prepare for Shadow Articunos. Two weeks to find really good rock types. Okay, let me do a super effective move. You need Shadow Lugia and Ho-Oh. Oh, guarantee those are going to be a thing. Gamer caught a glaring Moltres a few weeks ago in an Ultra Ball. Bro, I'm like 0 for 20. 0 for 20 plus. Who saw the last glaring bird last stream? It's pain. It's pain. Ashton says, haven't spent money on Pogo in a while. Getting your coins from gyms. Okay. Okay. Ashton quit Pokemon? Is Giratina gonna come back? Sawyer, everything comes back. If it's something that I try to tell people over and over again, everything is gonna come back. They're trying to make it a forever game. Niantic, even the Pokemon company, wants it to be a forever game. They're gonna have to bring stuff back. I don't know how else to explain it. Everything's gonna get repeated. Everything's gonna come back. And even if things start running out of content wise as far as Pokedex, they're just gonna make a new form. Like, these shadows are just another form of the regular legendaries. So it's just another type of collection. In the future, you can probably expect like V-Stars and V-Max and all this other stuff that they're probably gonna slightly alter to make it more worth it. So that's how they're gonna keep the game recycled. Ashton says, do the ball trick. There is no ball trick for Galarian birds. The only ball trick is the Master Ball. And I don't want to use it on a Galarian bird because I don't have any of the Galarian birds. I'd rather get my first one through a like hard mode. He'd even try to break. He caught instantly, so you were shot. Oh wow, gamer, you actually got it on a critical catch. How is that possible? I've seen 20 plus Galarian birds. None of them have been critical caught. All of them have ran. Ashton says, not quitting. I've already spent too much money to quit. Oh, okay. So you're just using your coins more wisely. Sawyer says they said that for Cosmog too. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't say when it will return, but everything returns eventually. They can't just bring it back in like a month. They gotta test your patience. Carter says, how do you join a raid? Well, you gotta friend my account, !code, and then when I have a raid available, you'll have to join in the queue and you can get invited. How you doing, Carter? Where are you tuning in from today? Right now we're just kind of chatting. We just kind of finished our raid hour, so I don't anticipate any more raids because the raid hour just happened and all of the gyms had a raid, and there's usually a 1 hour cooldown afterwards. But Carter, if you give us a follow or you follow our Discord, !Discord, you know when we go live next. Tomorrow is the new season, so potentially we will have the Azelf here in the Americas. If anybody's looking for any Azelfs, we will be able to host them tomorrow. Is anybody in the chat looking for any Azelfs? Also, If anybody would kindly do so, check out the YouTube !YT right there. Help us to get to 200 subscribers. We are on the way to 200. So yeah, nothing more else here. I have completed the raid hour. We did end up getting the shiny. Look at this. Look at our luck for raid hour. We got the shiny Regigigas, and then they gave us a 98. We almost had a Shundo check here. So I'm pretty good on the Regigigas. Gamer says I'm saving my Master Ball because I think for the 1-year anniversary of the incense, they might add a new origin form of Palkia and Giratina from Arceus, and maybe shiny Galarian birds. Man, Galarian shiny birds, that's going to be really... I'm kind of secretly saving my Master Ball for that moment. A shiny Galarian bird? Whoo! Do we think a shiny Galarian bird is automatic catch? It shouldn't be, right? It's not from a raid. So maybe that would be a great Master Ball usage. That's a good point, gamer. Is there still Altaria? No, the Altaria had 5 minutes when you came on, Sonny. Yeah. I don't have any other raids. Okay. I think that's all we have for today. If anybody, like I said, is trying to get any raids tomorrow or wants to drop us a follow for our Twitch or Discord, check them out. And look out for a video on the events for the following week with the new season. That's going to be posted on the YouTube. If you're curious to know what kind of events are coming up. We'll see everybody next time. And who should we raid? Let's raid somebody. Shout out to everybody who came by. Looking forward to the new season. Hope everybody is too. And hopefully we can continue to get some good stuff. Let's see. Who should we send it to? Hey, thanks for the awesome stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Let's go to Hey, thanks for the follow there. Appreciate that. Pokemon Go. Use a Pokeball only? Okay. Yeah, anybody can add me. !mark code. There's your Pokeball. Okay, I'm looking to see who we should raid. Where we're from? We're from Texas. What about you, Pokemon? Okay, let's see if we can send it over to Pancakes. I'm gonna try to do the old-fashioned way. Give me a second. Let's see if that worked. Can anybody tell me if the raid worked? There was a problem. They said that there was a problem with the raid. Come on, game. Okay, well, they're making it really difficult on making it really difficult on the rating thing, huh? All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Appreciate everybody coming by. We'll see everybody in the next one. Have a great rest of the day, night, or whatever's for you. And we'll see everybody in the next one. Peace, 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 peace.